There really is one thing that I wish I knew and I wish I understood at the start of my YouTube journey, because even though I was able to gain traction at a fairly healthy rate, right? And you know, now I'm a full-time content creator, which I'm very grateful for. I do think if I knew this one thing earlier, I could have done all of this a lot quicker, which is why I want to make today's video, so that you guys can learn this thing regardless of where you're at in your YouTube journey, and you can use this information to basically catapult it and hopefully blow up. So let's get to it. By the way, hi guys, in case you've not met, I'm Jay. It's lovely to meet you. If you're interested in this type of content, I recommend subscribing to my channel, hitting the like button, because it will really help me out. I upload videos like this every single week. So I have been immersed in the world of social media for more years than I care to admit. And as part of that time, I've obviously spent a lot of time not only researching YouTube growth tips and strategies and stuff like that, but also trialing a lot of these strategies on both my own channel, but also the channels of my clients. So it's fair to say, if there's like a YouTube tip or growth hack out there, I've probably heard it and I've probably tried it. And the thing that I want to talk about today basically supersedes all of that. Like, it really is the overarching thing that you need to be aware of. Like, once you have this nailed down, everything else will fall into place. It's really the beginning and the end of your YouTube strategy. Oh my God, I'm really selling this, aren't I? As dramatic as ever. Okay, so what is it? I'm gonna call it the value personality paradigm, or like the value personality model. Let's go model. I don't need to go fancy with the word paradigm. So I'm going to call it the value personality model. And what this basically is assessing the amount of value, but also the amount of your personality that you are sharing in your video content. And when you get that balance right, you can really blow up. Unfortunately though, most people don't even think about these two things. And if they do, their balance is completely off, which actually leads to them not growing anywhere near as quickly as they should. So let me give you some examples to bring this to life. Let's say you have an account which is solely centered on value, which, by the way, was very much what my account was in the beginning. And don't get me wrong, my content is very much about value now, but there's a balance there that didn't exist before. So a channel that focuses solely on value. Maybe this is a channel that focuses on providing valuable content which will help people master their mindset or take care of their plants. Maybe this is an inspirational channel which focuses on sharing, I don't know, quotes or fashion looks, right? Maybe it's like a fashion haul video. So the owner of this channel will prepare for their videos and film their videos with this mindset of, all I need to do is deliver value and nothing else. That's all I need to do. And this strategy might result in a bit of growth. Because they're producing such valuable content, and because people are quite likely to find their content when they're looking for solutions to certain problems, or when they're looking to get inspired and stuff like that, there's a chance that this account might see some early growth. However, what will happen to this account in the long run is that they will struggle to differentiate themselves from other creators who talk about the exact same thing. And this will always happen. There will always be other creators who talk about the same niche as you. This is a good thing. If there are other creators talking about a similar niche to yours, it means that it's a popular niche, right? It's not a bad thing. And it's important not to see these creators as competitors. However, if you're not doing anything which will help you differentiate yourself from these other creators, there's a really big chance that you're going to stunt your growth. So how do you differentiate yourself from these other creators, you might be asking? Well, it's by showing your personality. And I don't just mean like a really bubbly, outgoing personality. I don't just mean a really gregarious personality. Is that the right word? It's one of those words that I don't use all the time. You know what I'm like. If you've watched my videos before, I do this in almost every video. I start using words that I don't usually use in real life. For some reason, the camera brings it out of me, and then I start questioning myself. Anyway, I do that with phrases too. Anyway, let's just go with it. I'm not saying to showcase a specific type of personality. I'm just saying to showcase yours. Because once you do that, you allow your content to become unique. Because now, not only are you sharing value, but you're sharing it in your own unique way, and you're communicating your personality alongside it too. So now you've got something which will make your content different from other people's, okay? So if you flip that on its head and give an example of someone who goes the complete opposite way and only focuses on sharing their personality and not sharing any value. Now, what this channel would look like would be a channel that lacks focus, that lacks value, that isn't really targeted at a specific audience, and instead just features content where the creator is just being themselves. Maybe they're going about their daily life, but they're just being themselves. And I know what you're thinking, right? for some people this works. Like, first person who comes to mind, Emma Chamberlain, right? We could say that that's exactly what she does. She's just going about life, being herself, and she's managed to gain a following. Now, what I will say to that is, first of all, that there are some unicorns in the YouTube content creator world who can literally just showcase their personality and absolutely blow up as a result of it. But what I would also urge you to do is ask yourself, is there truly no value in some of their content? Because I would argue that for Emma's content, the value has always been that she's incredibly relatable. And that is a form of value. When someone can watch your content and feel like they're not alone and feel like you understand them, that's a form of value that they're getting from your content, right? But yeah, there are some creators who can just showcase their personality and blow up as a result. However, for most creators, this is not the case. And I've noticed that because some people have just managed to blow up purely off their personality, it's actually led to a lot of new content creators thinking that their content can just be personality and no value. So this is relating to the content creators who start off by only sharing vlogs and nothing else. And within their vlog, there's nothing of value in there. There's no educational element, there's no entertaining element, there's no inspiring element, there's no relatable element, etc. And people expect that that's going to help them grow. It won't, because you're lacking value. So it really is about balancing the two. So now that we understand the value personality model, how do we actually leverage this information to help us blow up on YouTube? So the first thing that you need to do is to figure out who your audience are and to identify what value they can get from your content. And you can actually do this by searching fellow YouTubers within your niche and having a look at their content and asking yourself, what is valuable in this video? Really critique their content and think to yourself, okay, what value is a viewer going to get from this video, right? The second thing you're going to want to do is in relation to your actual content. So the next time you sit down to prep for a video, I want you to ask yourself, what is the one piece of value that your audience is going to get from that video? And it's important that whatever this is actually aligned with your audience. So for example, if I uploaded a vlog one day and the value that someone was going to get from that vlog was some tips on how to take care of their plants, yeah, that is value, but my audience don't care about that. So it's not really going to have the impact that I need it to have, right? So make sure it's aligned with your audience. And the third thing is related to your personality, because remember, it's all about having a good balance between the value in your videos, but also the amount of personality that you're sharing in your videos. And there's pros and cons to this, because the pro is that there really is no limit on how much personality you can show, the more the better. The con is that there really is no strategy which will allow you to show your personality more. There's no step-by-step process that I can teach you or take you through. However, there is some advice that I can give you which might help you feel a bit more comfortable on camera. For example, filming in places that you feel comfortable. Like, this is my living room, I'm here all the time, I'm either watching TV, eating, or napping here on a regular basis. This is probably the area in my life that I am the most comfortable. Therefore, I film here a lot because I feel comfortable filming here. So think about where you're filming. Also think about who's around you and who can hear you. Like, the only person who can hear me right now, hopefully, is my other half in the other room, and I don't feel embarrassed filming in front of him. However, I know for some people, sorry guys, just as I said that, Jamie walked out of the bedroom playing music on his phone. So whilst I'm not embarrassed filming in front of him, he can mess with my sound sometimes. But I'm not embarrassed filming in front of him. So ask yourself before you start filming, is there someone around you who makes you feel slightly self-conscious, maybe? No fault of theirs, which will make you feel slightly less relaxed on camera. I actually have a video where I break down some of my top tips for feeling more confident on camera, which I'll link to up here. So I recommend watching that. But my overall tip is to make yourself feel comfortable when you're filming. And also, before I forget, when you're filming and you're looking at your camera lens or wherever you're looking, try and imagine that you're speaking to someone, because that's what I do with my content. Like right now, I know I'm staring down the lens of a camera, but that's not what I'm consciously thinking. I'm imagining that I'm speaking to a friend, and that really helps me bring up my personality a bit more. Okay, so that is the end of today's video. That is the end of my tips. If you found this useful, I really recommend hanging around and actually watching this video. It's all about why you should start your YouTube channel in 2022. And I also give some top tips for getting started as well. So I'll see you over in that video. Thank you for watching.